Hi, hang on. Hi, everyone. Hello. Welcome to the Hangout. I'm having technical issues again. Hang on. As always. It's always stressful, isn't it? It's always stressful. That works. That's perfect. Hi. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Hangout. It's June. It's the end of June, specifically. As you may have noticed, well, first of all, I should say, if you're new to this format, the way this works is I just hang out for like an hour or two, sometimes longer. Hang on. Oh, fuck. I got some microwave food because I've been working all day. This stream better not end because the next video is Jordan Peterson owns everyone. Oh no. Shit, that means that my content is congruent with Jordan Peterson. Fuck. So the way this works is I hang out for about an hour. I talk about updates to the channel, my content, upcoming videos and stuff like that. Usually what I want to do is talk about like the last video, but as you may have noticed, I'm a bit late. I'm sorry. It's coming early next week, I promise. But the last video I made was about Jordan Peterson, and it has been very well received. I'm glad to say. And it's all going well. Hi everyone. Hi, hello, hello, hello. So many people. Hello, 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 hello. I was playing a game in the background. Original soundtrack was the same song you usually use for these live streams, and it kept confusing me subconsciously. I'm sorry. It's July in New Zealand. Shit. For like an hour, top 10 on the midnights. It always goes longer. I really do need to keep it to an hour though, because I'm in the middle of like editing my upcoming video. Plus I have some reshoots to do, and I have things to do. Ah, come on, please. I just want my microwave pizza. Ah, that's disgusting. Perfect. How are you doing? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm not gonna lie, I've been a bit stressed over things. It's very warm. It's incredibly warm here. It's currently a heat wave going on, and it means I'm incredibly sweaty. It's actually impacted some of my reshoots because I've been like applying makeup and it just runs off. It's a girl to do. But I'm doing okay. As I said, it's incredibly warm. It's too warm here. But yeah, I'm doing okay. Working on the video, keeping busy as always, and it's also yeah, I expect it to be done like at worst Tuesday, maybe Wednesday if things crash again, because I've been having audio issues. But so far everything's looking pretty okay. So far things are looking good. But like it'll be done when it's done. I haven't had a single person like harass me over like release a video already, do it. Like no one has done that. It's great because I have a good fan base of nice, wholesome people. Microwave pizza. Petition to get me a toaster oven. I actually had a toaster oven once upon a time when I moved to the town where I currently live. But it was too big for my student apartment, and I do actually need to grab a bite to eat. Too warm. At least not banana curry flavored. Yeah, that's true. That's the thing that we have. What's with the plant you hold in my videos? Oh, you mean this? You mean my... Hang on. Fuck. Fuck, hang on. You mean this one? My sweet lad. Should actually... back up where you belong. The thing with the plant is, like, when I started making my videos, I didn't have a microphone stand, so I needed a place to have my microphone, so I hid it in the pot behind the plant. So I would hold the plant, and I would hold it like really close to my face to try to hide it, and it worked out okay. But then it became a meme, so I kept it. Well, obviously I was gonna keep it anyways. I've had this plant since 2012, yeah. Gotta go down to 25 degrees in the next few days. God. Hi, did I miss anything? No, you didn't. I just started out. The heatwave ended yesterday in my country. Thank God it's over. Yeah, I hope it ends soon here too. I shouldn't eat on stream, but fuck it. I'm hungry. Melting in Europe, yeah. I should log out of Facebook before I start doing this. The sign of a good fan base or an empty fan base. Mine is a bit of both. I don't have a huge fan base. I have a significant fan base. I have around 12,000 very engaged people, and I'm very happy that you're all here. I'm honestly stunned by it. It freaks me out that like a month ago I had like slightly less than 10,000. And I was gonna do a special thing about that. I was gonna do a special stream, and I was gonna do a special video. And I'm still gonna do that. I still want that. But like, I'm gonna hit 12,000 in a few days. And judging from like how quickly I grow, like I grow by a significant percentage every month. This month, my channel has grown by 20%. That's incredible. It's 8 PM and it's 30 degrees. Yeah, we're not designed for this. That pizza looks fucking disgusting. Show me a pizza that doesn't look fucking disgusting. All pizzas look disgusting. Actually, 2 toaster ovens due to reasons, but shipping one across the Atlantic seems expensive. Yeah, I'm just gonna buy one from IKEA instead. The H-bomber plant, yeah. The H-bomber plant, when he did the voice once, a voice line for me, and then I didn't do anything else. Instead of planning to be able to truth about the plant backstory, you should make a... My Dutch father took this tradition with him, yeah. There should be a plant in every room, and if there's not, the gods will take you. You should eat on stream. 12,000 is the size of a good sports stadium. Yeah, Right? Hey, remember last year when I had 400 subscribers? Remember half a year ago when I had 800 subscribers? Hey, remember New Year's when I had like slightly above 1,000 subscribers? And now here I am with 12,000. It's honestly going so well for me. Like, I can't even complain. Like, the biggest downside in my life currently is that the US dollar and Swedish krona exchange rate has shifted to the point where I earn less money because the dollar is weaker compared to the krona. So I earn less money because of that, because I get paid in dollars, but I live in Sweden. But that's the only thing. Like, I get more subscribers every month, I get more views every month, I get more patrons every month. Like, I can't complain. My life is pretty good, and it's thanks to you. And if you were one of my first like fans from like last year, you know how much my life has improved, and I have you to thank for that. And I love you guys. I love you all so much. Don't you ever forget it. I love you. Don't let me eat my pizza. Roughly how tall will you be by the end of the year? If my calculations are correct. And you should never do this. If you have a YouTube channel or you want to do it, you should never do this. You should never like calculate how big you will be by a certain time. But I'm hoping. I don't know, I'm hoping for like 25,000 by the end of the year. That's my hope. I might not reach that. I might get past that. I have no idea. It all depends on like, I might plateau here. Like, I might be stuck by on 12,000 for months. You never know. I might come out with a hot take that people don't agree with, and suddenly people will hate me, and I will lose subscribers. That everything could happen. I don't think it will happen. I don't. But like. New York or Chicago pizza? New York pizza, clearly. I love Finn. Tell Finn that I love her too. Happy Pride. Chicago pizza is next to a bougie accent. I've never had Chicago pizza because I live in Sweden. So we have Swedish pizza. But I like New York pizza is one of those like very like thin slice, right? Yeah, I think so. And if you do that, yeah. I'm a hipster fan. Good. YouTube growth is exponential, so here's to 100,000 in 8 months. Here's hoping. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think that I like. Okay, honestly, I don't think I make that very good. I don't think I make very good videos. Like when I watch Philosophy Tube, for example, my mind is blown every single time. And then I compare my own videos to that, and it's like, how the fuck does anyone watch my shit? But people do. So like, I'm doing something right. I've been here since the day of the Adam's apple. Holy shit. It was years ago. Mia doesn't believe I have bad takes. I don't have bad takes. I've never been wrong in my entire life. Don't you sweet speak kebab meat and mayo? Mayo, I don't know, but kebab meat, yeah, I'm currently eating a kebab pizza. And it's great. Hi there, mate. Love from Greece. Hi. Love from Sweden. Thank you, Greece. Given I've seen people cancelled for takes related to the Bulgarian Cabbage King being or not being a true proletarian icon, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. The Bulgarian Cabbage King? It's not like we have to decide between watching all and watching you. I know. Oh my god, it's so warm. Need a fan. Do you play video games much? I don't. Not anymore. The latest thing I played is I play a lot of Arma 3, I guess. Is that a video game? It is a video game, but like, it doesn't feel like a video game. Like, I'm gonna lie in the bushes for 4 hours planning an operation, waiting for tactical approval from my commanding officer, and then get denied. Like, yeah, I play Arma. I play simulators a lot. I like simulators. But I don't, like, I haven't played like a video game for like a while now. Let's see, what's the last thing I played? It's not that. I played 1 hour of Fallout New Vegas last week. That's the closest I got. That's what I got. An hour of Fallout New Vegas, and I think I just created my character and then just like moved on. And I was like, left Good Springs. Who's this? Ivalio of Bulgaria. Nicknamed Radish or Lettuce. Rebel leader and Tsar of Bulgaria. Spearheaded a peasant uprising and forced the noble to accept him as emperor. Winning against the Byzantine and the Mongols. Huh. His career as a monarch has been used as an example of early anti-feudal class warfare by Marxist historians, and is translated through folk songs, tradition and legends served as an inspiration to Bulgarian guerrilla freedom fighters during the Ottoman period of Bulgarian history. That's really interesting. I've never heard of this person. Thank you all for saying my videos are great. But like, you are always your own worst critic, right? Plus, whenever I watch it on Premiere, that's like the 15th or 16th time I watched the finished version. So it's like, oh god, it's... I know this already. That's also a thing. Whenever I watch my videos, it's like, oh, I'm not learning anything from this. I'm not learning anything from my own videos. And I'm like, nah, duh, because I know it, because I made it. Thank you, Alice. I had my first hormone doctor appointment last month, and since then my life has significantly improved. Very thankful to the rat transplant I met unless to show this possible. Yes! I'm glad. HRT is great. Do not be modest. Oh, I'm not that modest. I am humble though. I am the most humble person in the universe. Are you a serious character creator or a Monster Factor character creator? I'm pretty serious, I like to think. Um, yeah, I like to get deep into the role play, but that's also why I play Arma 3, I guess. I play Anti-Stasi. If you play Arma 3, I play Anti-Stasi, which is like you are a freedom fighter fighting against everyone for independence. But like it's very easy for me to role play as much as possible, and I love that. So if I do like Monster Factory style character creation, I never get into it. There was discourse about Ivanio and whether he was the only acceptable pure historical leader until people mentioned the way he treated his wife, which led to purity spiral around 5 years ago. If there's anything that I know about like discourse in general, God, oh, I can't have that. Hang on. Oh, those headphones are too warm. But if there's anything that I know about like discourse in general, or like leftist discourse, it's that we all hate each other, always and constantly. Oh, cool! From this angle, I can actually wear my glasses. I just realized because I don't have the glass. My girlfriend plays Anti-Stasi. Hell yeah, Anti-Stasi is fun. The pizza is seriously mad nasty. It's a pizza. What do you want? It's a dollar. It's $1 worth of pizza. What do you expect? The only acceptable discourse is about how fun it is and always will be an unforgivable topping for cake. Fair point. You expect dignity? Do you know who I am? Y'all are... All of you are weak. If you expect dignity from anything I do, you're sorely mistaken. Mayonnaise pasta? I'll eat it. Does salted butter exist in Sweden? Yeah. How about a political rant time? Oh god, you know me. How do you feel about Bojo becoming the next prime minister? That's Boris Johnson, I assume. Boris Johnson is just American. Is just a British Donald Trump. So like, it's more of the same. Like more of the awful things that exist within the personhood of Donald Trump. All of that would just exist within Bojo too. He's an awful human being. His policies are awful. He does everything awful. It's like, he shouldn't be like. The thing is, though, he's a conservative, and like it's not as if the Conservative Party has any good candidates for the premiership. So it's not like you could do better, but you also can't really do worse. It's just like picking the flavor of awful, and then yeah. The solution to not having Bojo as party leader is by not electing the Conservative Party. Curried bratwurst. Oh my god. I know during the Norwegian butter crisis, a bunch of Swedes made bank smuggling it into the country, yeah. People who lived on the border would just buy a fuck ton of butter in Sweden and then smuggle it into Germany, into Norway. It does? I never heard of it. Yeah, it's everywhere. I don't like it, but I know it exists. Joris Bonson. God, a Bojo anime sounds like the worst. Did you watch the US debates? I did. But I don't really, like, I can't really comment too much on it. Half of the people I'd never heard of. The first debate was, like, pretty, like, unknown to me because it's, like, most of the people in that debate were unknown. But, you know. Elizabeth Warren seems nice. Bernie Sanders is, you know, the classic. But like I don't know, I don't know enough about like current time. Like, I don't know enough about like the internal workings of the Democratic Party to comment too much about it. There was this guy who said that if the party turns into socialism, Trump will win again. And it's like, well, because the Republicans will then just call the Democrats socialists. It's like they do that already. It's not going to change anything. Kamala Harris called Joe Biden a racist. Biden did not do well in the debate. Biden then called Kamala Harris a cop, which is funny. I don't know. The polls. I look at the polls and then I look at the polls basically and hope for the best. And the polls say that Biden is like still massively in the lead, followed up by what's his name? Bernie. Was there really a butter crisis in Norway? Yeah, it was a huge. They ran out of butter. Just ran out of butter. There's an article right now that Boris Johnson can never be prime minister because he requires confidence from the House or whatever, which he'll never get. That's interesting. I can imagine UK politics just imploding very soon in that case. The difference is that BJ knows what he's doing and he's cultivated his public persona of a lovable buffoon, so a lot of the horses can go unnoticed. I can see that. I can see that being the case. I don't know. Like I don't know enough about UK politics either. He seems like a buffoon to me, but like. Deviled sausages? What the hell's a deviled sausage? I hope the lovable buffoon persona faded up post Brexit, but I don't track that at all. Bojo's racist adventure. Isn't that also the case for Trump? Yeah, like Trump also has this. Like Trump kind of knows what he's doing. What are some animal sounds in Swedish? Animal sounds? I have no idea. Animals sound the same here, I think. Marianne Williamson 2020. Marianne is amazing. We will beat Donald Trump with orbs, angels, and love. How, like, she still polled good enough to get in the second debate. Like, she still has donors enough to get into the second debate. Which is great. Like, that's great, isn't it? Christ. Show me the orbs. Just like Boris Johnson, Trump will be successful until the democracies turn into meritocrats. Maybe, we'll see. Polls are bad. But they're pretty good. But this time in 2016, Jeb was in the Republican primary. Just saying. Fair enough. Done by calling landline phones, which only boomers answer. Fair point. Williamson 2020 is unlikely, but Williamson for Twin Peaks season 4 seems possible. It's a really good citation needed, not the podcast, the YouTube show about Norwegian budget crisis. Yeah, because they have a game with Tom Scott and they do a thing. It's great, and they talk about the budget crisis. Animal sounds in like oh yeah, bark. Bark would be woof. Meow would still be meow, I think. Quack. Yeah, I think it's mostly the same. Those Marianne tweets in the Discord. Marianne has the best tweets. She has the best Twitter. She makes me want to stay on Twitter. It's great. Each of us is pregnant with a better version of ourselves. That's amazing. That's magical. Marianne has some powerful financial backers and some very nasty views. Oh no! She went on Chapo? I have yet to listen to a single episode of Chapo Trap House, so like it's never gonna happen for me. Frog's say. I have no idea what frogs say. She espoused some anti-vax talking points, then walked it back by saying they're valuable, and she has this like big pharma on something. Oh, okay. Like some people are really against vaccinations for the right reasons. There's like, yeah, it's like pharmaceutical companies are bad, but vaccinations are actually good. Intensely fatphobic. Oh no! Oh no! Why are you all interested in what animals sound like? Why is this a thing? What's going on? Is there a meme going on? What do roosters say in Swedish? Oh yeah, roosters say kuckeliku. Obviously. That's the thing. Kuckeliku. Oh yeah, frogs say wakakak. Kuckeliku. Kuckeliku. Sounds like a horrible person. Yeah. That sucks. But the orbs. So if Marianne is not our candidate, who will represent the orbs? Who will represent the orb caucus? The only phrase I know in Swedish is more me. That's a weird phrase in Swedish. Mera mig. Yeah. Mera mig. Oh god. If this heat could just like chill the fuck out for a bit, that would be great. Cause I still have some reshoots to do for my future video, and it's like it's warm. It's too warm. I've been looking at a potential studio space though, at a couple potential studio spaces, which are air conditioned. Simon Giertz mentioned in one of the videos, I don't know. So hey, yeah, hey. Wakakak. Yeah, that's how frogs sound. Wakakak. Oh, wakakak. Wakakakaka. Quick lunch. Yeah, but it works in Swedish too. My mother had a midlife crisis and bought a Tesla. And please report that it has a huge freaking fan. Thank the gods. Fuck. Like, I don't drive at all. I don't have a license. But there's a part of me that's like, Teslas are pretty cool. Teslas are pretty cool, right? Like, from what I've seen, they seem pretty cool. But they're not. They're probably not. Because it's by the Musky Man. Musky boy. Left for a second and the cat came up, rubbed against the screen. She likes you. Yay! I'm happy. Give them scritches. Scritch. I love cats. Cats are so good and pure. Knut stod vid en knut och knöt en knut och kom Knut och som bodde vid knuten och sa Goddag Knut, vad gör Knut? Jag knut en knut, sa Knut och då var Knut en knut. Yeah, it's about where I'm currently, it's 26 degrees Celsius. As a software engineer, I would really not want a car that's powered by so much software. That's the thing though, like when some of the earliest cars that were commercially available were electric. Like long before computers. Because back then they were never used to like for actual long transport. They were just used like in cities and stuff like that, and they were a pretty like useful thing to have. But then like the combustion engine kind of took over in cars because like they wanted to add distance, and electric engines back then couldn't have distance, and then yeah. $34C where I am, help. Yeah, we're all gonna melt. Climate change is gonna kill us all. Yeah, can't you like hack cars now? That seems weird to me. You shouldn't be able to hack a vehicle. Like that's why I like sailing boats. You can't really hack a sail. It's so warm. Only thing that scares me about Bernie is that it doesn't ever say anything bad or against Russia. He might just not want to like antagonize for whatever reason. like even here in Sweden, with Russia literally like across a little bit of water, people here rarely talk about Russia. I think it's just like recently in American political discourse, Russia has taken up a huge chunk of the discourse, and that's probably like partly because of our remains from the Cold War, but also because of the election thing. But like in general, Russia isn't really that important in politics, except for in America, and it might just be that Bernie just isn't interested in it. Possibly. Climate change fun times, yeah. I'm not terrified of sailing since you posted on Rogue Waves a while back. I've never stepped foot on a boat again. Yeah, if you don't know, I posted a thing on Rogue Waves because sometimes in the middle of the ocean for almost no, the worse the weather, the worse the rogue waves become, obviously, but like they can occur pretty much anywhere. So like a normal wave, even in bad weather, like in bad weather, a nasty wave will be like at most 20 meters tall. At most, like most of them aren't. Like most of them will be between like 5 and 15. Most are less than that, and that is if you are in like a wholly awful bad storm. But rogue waves that no one really knows the cause of. I'm just gonna double check so I don't get this wrong. My phone definitely listens to me because it auto completed from RO. Let's get a double check. I haven't been out sailing in like a while now, so I need to. Okay, yeah. So at most, like you'll end up with something that is like 20 meters, and that's rare that happens in like normal waters. But a rogue wave can reach up to 40 meters, over 40 meters, sometimes taller, like twice. And there have been many like ships in the middle of nowhere. There have been like many like missing ships that have reported in enormous waves, and that just disappear. That just make them disappear. They were a myth for like for centuries. They were a myth for centuries, and scientists weren't even sure that they existed until oil platforms became a thing, because oil platforms can mostly survive them. And when they put on sensors, they realized that like most of the time they'll get like normal waves, but sometimes once in a blue moon they would get in waves that were like 40 meters high, 50 meters high, and they like oil platforms, oil rigs, they can survive that, but normal like oil tankers and ships, they can't, because they're not built for that. They're built for like, well, first of all, they're not really supposed to be in storms anyway, but like sometimes that happens like anyway too. Sometimes they are in storms anyway, but they can survive that. Even unsinkable like oil carrier ships have sometimes just disappeared from the ocean and just like gone. And rogue waves are theorized to be like the ones that are most responsible for making unsinkable ships just disappear. So they used to be a myth for a long time until they discovered that they were real. But they've also discovered that they are a lot like steeper than normal waves. So a normal wave that's about 20 meters tall will look something like this, for example, right? This is the crest of the wave. And it will move something like this, and then it will like collapse, and then it will move something like that. But a rogue wave will not look something like that. It will look more something like this. A lot steeper, because something that you can do with big waves, I'm falling behind on the chat a little bit, I'm sorry, is that if it's like this, if this is like the upwards to the wave to here's the crest, you can like steer the ship or a boat over the wave, and you can kind of ride the wave. So even if something is 20 meters tall, it's often not as bad as that sounds. It's not like something. It's not like a 20-meter wall will just slam into you. It's very high, but you can often ride it depending on like wave conditions and stuff like that. But a rogue wave is a lot steeper. You can't really climb one of those. So no, it's been described by like survivors that it looks as if the cliffs of Dover were like coming towards you at an incredible speed because they're quick too. Okay, so that's fun. So if you're out in the middle of the ocean, you deal with most of the waves, and suddenly from nowhere, an enormous wall of water just comes from nowhere, and they're incredibly common too. But something that's not as common is a rogue hole, which is this thing where the same thing happens, but down. So you can be out, and like there are waves, and between them there are like dips. Right, and those are normal, and they're not super deep, but sometimes they're a bit deep. But a rogue hole can sometimes be like you floating around, and then you suddenly just a drop. No one knows why, but they're incredibly rare. So it's just a drop, and it's theorized that this like rogue hole thing might be the originator of the maelstrom myth. Because maelstroms exist, but they're not dangerous, like, at all. Like, they're fine. But the whole thing, that's dangerous. And the myth, maybe, is based on, like, confusing the two, that they're, like, the same thing. However, I should also say that the ocean, like, these things only happen in storms. And if you're out on the ocean, you usually avoid storms. And the ocean is actually, like, pretty fine. Like I've been in pretty bad weather sailing when I was young, and bad weather is scary, but like if you're out and it's good weather, like if you have a clear sky and there's nothing around, it's incredibly peaceful. It's very like casual, because if the water is calm, you can do whatever you want. Basically, you're basically free. And if you have a good weather detection system on your boat, then you can just avoid bad weather and you'll be fine. Like that's what I'm gonna do in the future anyway. Like if I get a boat sometime in the future, I'm not gonna like. First of all, I'm not gonna get into bad weather. If bad weather is approaching or developing, I'm just gonna leave, or I'm just gonna stay close to the shore, because water close to the shore is just better than open water, blue water thing. Okay, I need to get back. Sudden nightmares about rogue waves for 2 days. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Those multimedia center things. Oh yeah, you can hack cars. Russia, like the US, has the habit of interfering in the affairs of other countries. Yeah, I worked in local government last year. We were pretty scared about that. Because I worked in I didn't work in the democracy department, but I worked adjacent to it. So we were in the same like subdivision of local government. So in like department wide meetings, they like that would be a point that would be taken up as like, what if Russia just fucks with the Swedish election? What do we do? They measure how you use the battery and can deny supercharging to people who are too rough on the battery. How the fuck does that work? How are you too rough on a battery on a car that I own? Miascats are dangerous because they indicate that there is like a strong current right under the water. So if you see square waves in the on the shore, you don't go into the water then, because there's a strong current that will like pull you out. Don't go into that. I think that's square waves I'm thinking about. Square waves in general are bad and should be avoided. I don't know exactly what happens, but they're bad. Like, do not go into them. The ocean is terrifying. The ocean is terrifying. 70%. It's 70% of the Earth's surface, and most of it is unexplored. And most of it, we don't even go to most of it. Like most of the southern hemisphere, They don't go. Like the South Atlantic is one of the most abandoned places on Earth. There's islands there that no one lives on, that no one has visited in hundreds of years because there's nothing there and it's very far away from everything. And also the weather isn't that good. Thanks, I hate it. Yep, it's awful. I lived my whole life so far away from big water. No. All of the I know boat people, albeit in the US, so when it's yacht time, ping me. When it's yacht time, when it's yacht time, I'm gonna shoot all my videos on that yacht, and then I'm gonna just have an ongoing tour of the world, and where I'm just gonna visit like coastal cities and major hubs and shit. Forever. It's just gonna be a never-ending tour. Will your island have an airport? Yes, it will. And the worst here is invisible underwater. Or, I honestly don't remember enough to say anything about it. And also, I don't really know the English names of it. You don't like Tales from the City? You didn't like Tales of the City? Oh, Tales of the City. I haven't finished it. It never connected that well with me. I also spoiled myself because I wanted to, because there's a twist that's like hinted to early on in the show, and because I have triggers. I wanted to like check and make sure that the twist wasn't something that was gonna trigger me, because it kind of felt like that they were gonna do that, and it wasn't. So it's not that. But the twist is, I don't know. I'm gonna give it a chance though, because apparently like they they're apparently the show's good. So I'm gonna finish it, and it's from what I've already seen, like a couple of episodes, it seems really good. It's just that the twist is a bit like, it's okay, well, bummer. Reminds me, have you heard the effective legalization of gerrymandering in the US? I did, yeah. Federal courts can't intervene or something like that. Which is wild. Like, come on. There's a riptide of square waves. What are square waves then? Yeah, I'm thinking about... What are square waves? I know square waves are bad. I need to Google this, because they're bad. You can spot the strange pattern. The result of water that is moving. Square waves are a consequence of the intersection of two seas. Cross waves. Phenomenon is usually associated with strong and powerful riptides. Oh, so yeah, it's the same thing. They're a sign of riptides. Square waves can also cause boating accidents and shipwrecks. Square wave shapes are fascinating, but yeah, they're relatively rare. Okay, but okay, so they're a sign of riptides. You should avoid that. Leaving early to get crappy pizza myself. Yes, get this crappy pizza. Wide pulse signs. They had square waves are bad, and I was like, why are we talking about synths? Are square waves a thing in synths? I want to be that old woman in Tales of the City. She seems fun. I need the painful sound inherent to a sawtooth. Just like for breath. What? Once you figure out how to make quality snap sound using clap over ass cheeks. Instead of nightmare fuel like water death in a million ways, can we talk about something less scary, like the impending doom of climate and Nazis? I'm still weirdly optimistic when it comes to the climate, and I don't know why. I don't know why I feel like potentially that will be okay from everything that we hear. But I don't know. I keep staying optimistic. I also think that Nazis will be fine with the Nazis. Like, they're not that popular. I also shouldn't say too much about this because I have a point in my upcoming video about this. But we'll see. 4/3 polyrhythms. You're just saying words. I have no idea what this is. Can you tell I'll never go near the ocean if I can help it? Yeah, the ocean is bad. Humans are not made to be close to the ocean. Like, at all. We're not meant for it. Bad for us. Yet we all live there. Most of us. For seafood and stuff, but we shouldn't. A lot less scary than rogue waves, that's fair. I have no idea what you're talking about now with waveforms and stuff like that. I have more microwave pizza later, so I'm gonna have that. Then I'm going to have to do some reshoots again. Then I'm gonna have to record a bit more voiceover things, and then I can put it all together, and then it'll be done. Like, most of my video is done. I just want to finish. Angry. Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm hoping. Tuesday or Wednesday. It's almost done. How much does the Nationalist Party in Sweden poll at the moment? Ooh, we'll see. Let's look at the poll of polls. Currently. Uh, 18%. Which is more than expected. 18.6%. And that would place them at the second largest party thing. The thing is, the Swedish Democrats have consistently polled higher in polls than they actually end up doing, because Sweden has like a bunch of like polling sites that you can sign up to yourself in exchange for like rewards and stuff like that, and a lot of political polling goes on there. So like YouGov, for example. And a lot of like say what you want about the Nazis, but they are really dedicated to themselves. So when they poll them, then they will be like, they'll always poll like, I'm definitely gonna vote for the Sweden Democrats, definitely gonna vote for the Sweden Democrats, but they are overrepresented in the polling demographic. So like during the last election, for example, there were a lot of people who were like, no, you're lying. The polls said that we would get like 800% and we got nothing. Election cheatery. Ah! And they were really upset by that. But like, yeah. The reason I'm not scared of Nazis that like a lot anymore is I should be more scared than I am. But like, the reason why I'm an optimist is because like fascists and Nazis, they never win democratically. They never. If there is like a proper democratic process, proper one, Nazis don't win. Like, they never do. They exploit like bugs and quirks in any democratic system that they have, and that's how they gain power. That's how they win. So like, say what you want about Trump, for example, right? But he lost the popular vote by millions of votes. Just exploiting the electoral system, and like the Nazis historically, for example, both in Italy and in Germany. Germany is like coalition, like shady coalition building and back alley political deals with the like center and conservative parties. In Spain, they took power by military force, and like most of the military force, they almost never actually have any popular support if things are done like by the book. So I think that as long as people are like hopefully dedicated to like the concept of democracy, we'll be fine. That's just, but like that, but that's also the thing, like, because you can say that, but at the same time, it's like people don't do that all the time. Like, sometimes the democratic standards slip, and then we're fucked. I'm optimistic. They almost won here in April. Oh god, just a couple of hundreds more votes, and then we'd have a Nazi prime minister. Oh god. I'm sorry. Like, yeah. I think I stay optimistic because I feel like I have to. Because if I don't, then I'm fucked. Could I spend my last $12 on a burrito and some chips? If you want to do that, sure. I don't want to tell you what to do with your money, though. Angry. Thanks for streaming. Well, obviously. Speaking of streaming, I still want to do like Twitch streams and stuff like that. I still want to do. I can still make affiliate if I want to, but I don't. I said it last month too. I was like, oh, we gotta do it this month, and I didn't. I'm like, god damn it. Jeremy at the moment is that seeing many centers of other people parrot their talking point without realizing. Yeah. In a couple of Eastern German states. Ugh. I remain positive though. Like the last couple of years, we've seen like a big upswing in like leftist organizing and leftist, like properly leftist discourse. So I think, so like I'm optimistic. I'm still thinking of doing short vlog types videos occasionally. Like, oh god, yeah, I want, like, I so badly want to do that. I'm gonna force myself. I might even do one after this, just so I do it. I do want to do vlogs. Just like 2 or 3 minute, like, casual vlogs with my phone. I really desperately want to do that, but I think it's the same thing with the Twitch thing, the Twitch streaming. It's like, I either don't have the energy or the time. Like, when I do have time, it's like, well, I could just spend time doing research for my next video, or I could, or like when I have the energy, I don't have the time because then I'm working on the video. So it's like, but I do want to do that. I still want to do that. It's not part of like my main content. If you know what I mean by that. Same with the Twitch streams, like that's just bonus content. But the main videos is that's still like my main thing that I want to do. And there's also a small part of me that's like a bit concerned about diluting my content, if that makes sense. But that's also why I have a separate channel. So like people who do like my stuff but don't want to take part in like vlogs and whatever, they don't have to, but I don't want to exhaust my audience. If that makes sense. Because sometimes when a creator does a lot of things at once, some fans feel obliged to watch everything that that person is doing. And then when they don't, because they don't watch like the streams or they don't watch the vlogs or whatever, they don't feel like interested in watching the main videos anymore, and they kind of become desensitized to who you are. And so yeah, I don't want that. I want people to be psyched for every new video that I'm doing, and I'm a part of me is a bit scared that that won't happen if I also do like a vlog every single day or like a couple of times a month, right? Of course, I must have to do cooking videos for things. Yeah. Ghost is moving the camera. What? Fridays for Future. What is Fridays for Future? Is that the climate thing? Yeah, it's a school strike thing. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I don't think a weekly or bi-weekly vlog will make us bored. I don't think so either. But like, you know. Like I say, I want to do that, but like, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Currently, I'm just focusing on like my main content bits. So once I get once I like, I also think that when I reach like a slightly more comfortable level, I'm already like pretty comfortable when it comes to like my income, as in I can pay rent and my bills, which is, you know, what more can you ask for, really? Um, but you know, one day, hopefully soon, when I earn like a bit more savings and I can like save up for tax season and stuff like that, um, then I think I will have a more. I think I'll be more comfortable, I guess, like dedicating time to do other projects, if that makes sense. Gotta bail. Have a good one. Have a good one. Thanks for joining. Oh, it's so warm. So warm. My Viking body was not built for this. Also, I'm probably gonna stream for, say, another 15 minutes, something like that. And then I'm gonna, yeah. And I'm gonna. Then I gotta reshoot a couple of big amount of lines. Make some effects. Some voiceover work. It'll be worth it though. Every single video that I do is better than the last one, so hopefully that's gonna track. Hopefully. There is a part of me that's like deadly scared of just like completely plateauing. I doubt it though. Yeah. Yeah, because every single month is better than the month before, except for the last week tonight video. And granted, I got a big amount of boost for that, thanks to the title before I changed it. And I changed it because I wanted to avoid the harassment I got every single Monday when people would Google for that title or other reasons. Has my Patreon been rising at the same rate as subscribers? Not really. However, like it has been growing, not at the same rate. Yeah. My last video didn't make that much of a dent, like, at all in it, but like I can't really complain because every single video that I make, I get more viewers, more patrons, more subscribers. It all adds up. Some months are better, some months are worse. But like I know a lot of creators who are like in my level of viewership. And some have like a lot more patrons, some have a lot fewer. Some have like very stagnated channels. Some are losing patrons like every other month or so. So their Patreon income is kind of like stagnated. I don't have that. I am on a constant rise. The closest I've gotten to plateauing is this month, but that's only on Patreon, and like I still got like 2,000 subscribers, going from less than 10,000, which is a 20% growth. Like, I can't complain. It's going good. Plus, I'm not getting paid a lot via YouTube ads, mind you, but like it's a little bit every single day. And whenever I release a video, that's a couple of bucks. Never I've gotten paid by YouTube AdSense once for YouTube ads, and I'm nearing another payment, so I'm getting there. I did also realize that I've recently I have 163,000 views in total. I don't know how that makes sense, because it doesn't feel like I have enough videos for that. 165,000 total views. Holy shit. But like, that pays. Plus, I'm hoping, like, I have Super Chat enabled, right? So I'm hoping that eventually my audience is gonna be so big that I'm also gonna make money from that. You know, that can happen. I know a lot of people who do that, who like make a lot of money just by Super Chats. But like, I can't complain about income, can I? Because I can pay rent. I was talking about money again. I keep doing this. Although if you do want to sponsor me on Patreon for $5 a month, you get access to 2 more streams a month where I do this, basically. For a bit more intimate conversation, where I also rant a lot more. I have almost 1 million because one shitty meme video. Shitty meme videos are valid. No, but like, we'll see. Like, eventually, you know, there's gonna be sponsors and shit. I know people like at my size that have YouTube networks and like agents and shit like that that get my viewership. And considering the fact that I'm growing every month, I'm just like expecting my you know, even if I do plateau right now, I'd be fine, and there is no sign that I am. Knock on wood. It's a Carly Rae Jepsen meme. Oh, that's worth it. Carly Rae Jepsen memes are always worth it. You know the fact that 80,000 of those views are me. Alice Avicen Acephobic. I have no idea. I hope not. The thing about YouTube growth too is that it's a bit weird, but like the more people you have, the more people will share it, and the more people who share it, the faster you will grow, and the faster you grow, the more people you have, and it's a cycle, right? So like, when I started out, I didn't have any subscribers at all, and eventually, like it took me a year to reach my first 1,000, and I've already reached, within half a year of that, I've already reached 10,000, which is a tenfold growth. So hopefully that's just gonna keep on going. So 100,000 in 6 months, and then 1,000,000 in a year. That's how that works, right? 10 million in a year and a half. 100 million in 1,000,000,000 2.5 years. When I'm 30, I'm gonna have 1,000,000,000 subscribers. Oh, that sucks. Big time tweeter, supposedly progressive, once you start. Oh, that sucks. A lot of YouTube growth is also like I think a big reason as to why I'm lucky is that like people like Philosophy Tube, for example. Philosophy Ollie has been such a great supporter of what I do, and I think a large part of helping just like that too, like other creators like sharing your stuff to their audiences and just being engaged with it, that also helps. Just try to not have an epic gamer moment. I don't know. I am Swedish, and I am on YouTube. That means that I eventually will turn out to be awful. I think this rhythm of growth depends on the subject you choose for each video. That definitely has something to do with it too. So like a lot of people will say that you need to be relevant. I'm not 100% sure that's true, because my most popular video ever, that might not be true anymore, because I think the John Oliver video kind of took that over. But like for like months, my most popular video was on anti-intellectualism, which you know, that wasn't in the news, that wasn't like relevant in the zeitgeist or whatever. No one was really talking about anti-intellectualism at that point, really. And it's just kind of like, pfft. I just want 10k a month so I can use the YouTube creator space instead of giving Adobe $40 a month. I wish there was a YouTube space in where I live. Or just like in Sweden in general. It's all because you had that residual clout from my modeling days. Oh yeah, my very dedicated fans from my modeling days that definitely know who I am as a person. Like, there's definitely part of that too, right? That the fact that like the fact that some people think that I'm conventionally attractive, that helps, unfortunately. That's the world we live in. Really glad I can mooch off my partner's Adobe subscription until get via uni. That's why I use Sony Vegas editing, which I have a license for. I do not use Adobe products. I really should learn how to use Adobe products though, because they're like the industry standard for YouTubers. But I don't know shit about Adobe stuff at all. God, I wish there was a YouTube space close to where I live though. I really do. Like, there is one in Berlin, and I am honest. There's a part of me that's like honestly considering is like, should I just go to Berlin and just like record a bunch of things there? Should I just go to like Berlin because it's close? Like take a train to Berlin over a day, record for like 2 days, stay with like a friend or something, and then go back? That might be worth it, because like the train to Berlin and to the Berlin YouTube studio space is cheaper than if I would like rent a studio in Stockholm. Because if you have 10,000 subscribers, you can use a YouTube studio space for free. You can train from Sweden to Berlin, yeah, via Denmark. I mean, you know how to use After Effects. I do know how to use After Effects. I did need to learn how to use After Effects for that John Oliver video. I slaved for 2 days of making that intro video for the John Oliver video, and I had such great ambitions for the rest of it too, because I was gonna make like skits, and I was gonna have like the audience laugh along during the entire video, but like after a while that was just too much work. Fuck. Vegas is great. I got the license on a Humble Bundle like 3 years ago or something. Very good. I liked it. Vegas is super intuitive, whereas Adobe feel like you're trying to teach a monkey to make a casserole. Yeah. You can train. Yeah, you can train. Yeah. The next video will be so cool. I can't wait. I mean, not cool, but interesting. Yeah. I actually start out the video by like, hey, today's topic is a bit of a bummer. Stop giving corporations money. Well, I have a one-time fee, so I paid like $5, and I got like a fuck ton of software for free to use forever, and I still use all of it. If you ever want to do something that's big, I'm always happy to help lighten the workload. Thanks. We'll see though. I'm a bit paranoid about like letting other people touch my stuff. something to say your videos are great. Keep it a great way. Thank you. I'm happy. No, wait, so many things happening at once. Okay. Okay, it's 9:30. I need to microwave more pizzas. And then, I need to do more work. We're 30 minutes ago. I said that 15 minutes ago, and it's 15 minutes later, so I'm gonna wrap up now. Yeah. If you have any final questions, do them quickly, because I am gonna start like finishing out in a bit, because I am a bit tired. And then I'm gonna go back to work. Back to work. God. Being a YouTuber is great. Being a professional YouTuber is actually really amazing for several reasons. Part of which is that you can decide your own work hours and you can work whenever you want to. The negative part of that is that you can work whenever you want to, which means sometimes you lay in bed until noon and then you realize, oh shit, I need to edit. And then you sit up until 2 a.m. recording the same line over and over again because your German pronunciation is bad. My life. What's your favorite color? Black, I think. All this talk about work is making me remind me of all the writing I need to do. Bye. University the same way. Yeah. I've had one real job in my entire life, and that was an office gig for local governments. But like I've gone, like the majority of my adult life, I've been either a student, actor, model, or YouTuber. None of those jobs have a set work hour. So my work ethic is like awful. Like it's not very good. Like getting up, like, because I'm friends with other YouTubers now, and it's like some of them talk is like, why do you have a Red Bull and pint glass? Why not? Sometimes I work. Type of streaming, of course. Streaming is fun. I actually do love streaming. After streaming, I always get anxiety. Like I always get anxiety. It's like, oh no, I fucked something up, and oh no, someone didn't like do the thing that they wanted to do. Maybe I missed a question or something. But streaming is actually fun. I do love streaming. I just need to be more comfortable with it. And also, if I do miss out something, and if I do fuck something up, there's gonna be another one of these in a month, and in 2 weeks there's gonna be a Patreon stream as well. So like, even if I do fuck up, there's gonna be better ones in the future. It's fine, bro. Why do you have a Red Bull in a pint glass? I drink Red Bull sometimes, for my sins. Yes, for my sins. What kind of music do you like? I like psychedelic rock. Psychedelic rock and like synth anything. I love synths. It's also me in Fallout 4. I love synths. There's traffic outside. It's great. I love living in the city. Love living in a city where enormous noises are everywhere sometimes. There's also construction going around like close to my apartment complex, so it's like great. Also rent is sky high because I live in the city. It's great. Okay, I'm gonna leave in just a minute, but I have a plan. Have you listened to King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard? Yes, I do. I do listen to King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. I love King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. I do actually, yeah. Pond is probably my favorite though. You need to be easier and stuff. They seem so fun. And who cares about a missed question if it's a busy stream? Impossible to see them all. I do need to be more casual on myself, and that's fair. Okay, so but before I go, I have a long-term plan for the future. Okay, because I live in the city, but I work from home. It's not like I commute to work or anything. So I've been slowly like looking at houses to rent, like outside, like in the middle of the countryside, because the rent is pretty low on those. So I have an idea that I might in the future, if I earn a bit more money and I have some savings and stuff like that, I'm just gonna like get a house. But that's future. That's for future me. Okay, I'm gonna go now because I'm hungry. I have the hunger that can only be sated with microwave pizza. So I'm gonna go. In 2 weeks, there's gonna be the Patreon. There's gonna be the first Patreon Ask Me Anything stream for July. I'm currently working on my next video, which is gonna be out soon. I was planning on having it out this week. It's gonna be out next week instead. Hopefully early next week. Worst case, if like rendering issues and audio issues, I can't control that. Might postpone it a couple of days. We'll see. It's gonna be done soon. It's almost done. I'm gonna try to do more vlogs, and I'm gonna try to do the Twitch streams. Yeah. So I'm gonna do that. We'll see how it goes with that though, because I've promised that for like 4 months now, and it's never happened. Are there any other news? I don't think so. If you aren't subscribed to this channel, you can, because this is a separate channel from the other channel. This is Mia Mulder Live. So you can subscribe here too. And I think that's it. I think, yeah. Thanks again for another great month of allowing me to do this as a job. I love you all, and good night.